walked in on my dog eating a bunny rabbit today and thought nothing of it. Well, I was happy she was. Glad to see she still sometimes procures her own food, and, well, pesticide-free pest control is a good thing. Does it make me a bad person because I didn't scold the dog? Because I didn't have a visceral reaction to what the dog was doing? Because I wasn't upset? And if so, by what objective moral standard? It doesn't. No such standard exists. I had been watching some of these slaughterhouse videos inadvertently. Well, kinda, not really. You know how certain vegans like to sneak those in their videos. Sneaky bastards. And there was a time when I did watch those videos and had a really emotional reaction to those videos. And there was actually a time, maybe about 10 years ago, when those videos, such videos, were part of the reason why I stopped eating meat and then just stopped eating meat a lot. Not entirely, right? Stopped eating a lot of meat. I rarely ate meat. But now, as I was watching this slaughterhouse footage, I was thinking to myself, meh, kind of unsanitary. There's a better way to do that. You know, how stressful is it to work in this place and have all these orders to meet? You're not quite done with one animal and there's another one coming down the line. Just kind of messy and gross, and there was no need for these animals to suffer this much in this particular case. But I wasn't really moved by any of that stuff. Not like I used to be. So, when I was moved, and a lot of vegans, that's why they become vegans, when watching these videos, and I decided to act on it, that was correct. Because I felt something, right? Then, if I'm watching the same stuff now, and I'm no longer moved by it, better yet, I could do it myself and better, then it's perfectly fine for me to eat meat, right? Because I feel okay with it. Isn't that the argument? I became vegan because I saw a documentary. I became vegan because factory farm. We've slaughtered, oh, I don't know. It could be hundreds of animals by now. It must be. And chickens were always easy. Chicken's like a dumb robot, just doesn't understand anything. It's gotta be one of the dumbest animals out there, seriously. and they die so quickly. Split second, dead. But mammals, or goats, killed a donkey once. But the first goat, it wasn't very difficult. It was jarring, it was shocking, it was a learning experience. It was awesome, honestly. It really got a lot harder when all of a sudden it was a goat that had been with us for a while, and for one reason or another, it was time to go. An animal that you do get attached to, and they're in their older age now. Those are considerably more difficult to let go of. But raising animals, you see animals just die, period. Not all the time, but it just happens. It's part of having animals, part of having goats. They just die. You kind of get used to it, get over it. So it got easier, progressively so, to butcher even the goats that were attached to. So I no longer have the same kind of reaction that I used to. Now, if everybody or most people had the same experience that I do, veganism wouldn't even exist. How would it make those same people that they think they're so moral, right? Nothing would change about you. You'd still be the same person, except you'd be okay because you would understand that this is part of who you are. You're a carnivore. You kill animals to sustain yourself. How would that all of a sudden make you immoral? How was I somehow maybe more moral in the past and less so these days? Nothing's changed. I'm not saying none of my beliefs about the world have changed, but ethically, nothing's changed. I still think murder is wrong, hurting people is wrong, just as I did back then. Theft is wrong, right? Crime in general is wrong. And, you know, all the things that we all basically agree on being wrong, that I thought were wrong back then, I still think are wrong today. And what is this argument that you hear from vegans? Because they watch a documentary and they feel, and they want to change the world because of how they feel. There's no logic to it. Veganism doesn't make any logical arguments. They just don't exist. I'm still waiting. What does that say about the people who want to change the world on a whim, essentially? Because how they feel. They want to pass laws, they want to take away your liberties, they want to sanction you, they want to throw you in prison. because of how they feel. What does that say about those people? Are those really the morally correct, ethical individuals? Or do they kind of sound like authoritarians, monarchs, rulers with absolute power who make laws because they feel? Those are the ethical ones because they watched the documentary. Fat chance. Take it easy. And stop being such a pussy.